Mm, 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 mm. Old Billie Jean from Frankie C. How's that? How you guys like that?
My headphone wires keep hitting the strings. That was that rattling you heard.
Is that on the bass? You playing the bass?
I'm playing the bass.
Slap the bass.
You gotta slap at the bass, baby. There he is.
Oh, that's a pretty looking bass guitar. Look at that.
All right.
That is gorgeous.
Thank you.
What do they call that when it looks like it's not painted?
Fake.
Fake?
When it looks like it's not painted? What do you mean?
Is it, they call it like naked wood? Is that naked wood?
Oh, I see. I mean, it's got a shine on it. It's it's polished, I guess. Polished looking. See,
nice.
Like a shine, but unvarnished, varnished. I don't know.
Unvarnished. There you go. What up, TD Freelancer? What up, DJ Shenanigan? Everybody very excited to see Frankie C back in the mix.
Hey.
I am too. I am too.
Likewise.
Frank was gone. Little known fact, becoming a travel agent specializing in swinger cruises, just so you guys know.
Listen, do I support anybody's lifestyle. Just,
I don't.
We're trying to make it a little more fun on the cruise.
I want no more sexual activity in public places.
Are we talking about that tonight?
We probably should. We probably should. I'm going to put this
on
up
the
here.
rundown.
I'm going to put this on there for everybody. Other assorted items and such. We got a bunch of miscellaneous things to get to, including Frank and his wife's.
It's not
preferences.
No. I just came across a cruise that's setting sail. It's in the news. I didn't book it. I didn't look it up. It's in the news. All right, we'll talk about it.
It's in the news, or you got a confirmation email? Which one was it? I'm confused. I tuned in late. All right, Diddy apologizes over the weekend.
I guess all's better.
Michael Cohen's lawyer just lights up the courthouse today in the Trump trial. So we'll recap all the things you might have missed there. This rapper did the dumbest thing you could think of. We'll share that story with you. Kid Rock got a little drunk, waved a gun at a journalist, used the N-word a bunch of times. No big deal. Nothing to see here.
So, why am I not surprised, though? This doesn't Kid Rock? No.
Yeah, I know, right?
Stop it.
Bill Maher defends Harrison Butker, and a mom and daughter have joined the Chicken Ranch.
What the hell's the Chicken Ranch?
It's very similar to the Bunny Ranch.
Okay.
And we have a blind top 5, plus, as you just heard, other assorted items and such. Oh my God, you roll that all up into one little burrito, and it's called a podcast. Podrito.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait to get to the Chicken Ranch story. By the way, do we have any ranch chicken? Because I am just...
What if you're actually looking for a chicken ranch?
I know, right?
And this is just confusing things. I actually want to find chickens on a ranch.
Wendy's bacon chicken ranch sandwich. Oh my God.
Look at the size of those things. Okay. Jeez.
Oh man. P. Diddy, Frankie C.
Yeah.
Put the apology video out over the weekend. I guess we could play a little clip of it. Did you see it? What were your initial?
See it.
What did you think about it?
I mean, I don't know. It's one of those things like no matter how your apology sounds or what you say, it's just not, it's going to fall on, no one's going to be like, oh, well, I guess he was just, everybody has a bad day. It's not cutting the mustard.
I agree. It reminds me of Weinstein's couple of days there after all the stuff with him started coming out. And he went and did some interviews and things and tried to PR spin it as much as he could, but in the end it was just all really bad form. And
yeah, I mean, listen, the guy is, all this bad shit's coming out about Diddy, and there's very little he can do, if anything, to recoup any, you know what I mean? I think this is one of those things it's just going to keep coming out and stuff's going to happen.
Right.
and there's no defense. What can he do? There's nothing.
How do you get your career back after this? Right? Is that what you're saying?
Does. I don't think he does, but
he's going to try.
He might, but what can you? It's like Cosby. You're not going to get back to where you are.
Yeah, you've lost everybody's respect.
Yeah,
anybody whose respect you did have is gone.
Gone. I mean, not the stuff. There was obviously all the allegations with the trafficking and all that stuff, and now this video. It's like it's just shit's piling on top and top, and it's just how do you can't. It's just I don't even know what anybody could advise him to do. Like I don't know what his steps should be.
Yeah,
just go away. Just please go away. Handle. Go appear in court a million times and do all that, and who knows what's going to happen at the end of it. But that's it. I mean, you dug your own hole. That's it.
Because every lawyer will tell you, just shut up. Just shut.
Yeah, lawyers. Yeah.
Have you seen the girl on TikTok where she's like, shut the fuck up? You seen that girl? Oh, she's great.
But yeah, that's probably the only thing to do is shut up.
Shut the fuck up. That's what she does. She brings up something and then she just says, shut the fuck up twice under her breath. Why are you laughing? It's hilarious. I don't even know. I watch her and I go, I don't know why this is so fucking funny to me, but it's so.
Because it's probably what everybody's thinking. Just shut the fuck. Not. But the opposite of that, though. I'm thinking, all right, I'm not rooting for him. Is the thing, where nobody's rooting for Diddy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If all this shit that's coming out is true, nobody's rooting for him. And the video, just that video alone, it's like, how could you defend any of that? Like that is the lowest, one of the lowest things. I mean, I know he says, "Oh, there's no excuse," but yeah, we're not looking for you to comment on this. We all got,
Yeah.
We all saw it, and we draw our own conclusions here, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, like I was saying, like everybody can have a bad day, and people make mistakes. Mistakes can be made.
Sure.
That's
a biggie.
That's a big one.
That's a big mistake.
And when it's layered around all the other rumors and things going on about you, it's very tough to explain that. Now, he's been laying it on thick with like the family pictures and such, and then we get a little time tells the truth just 6 days ago. That was before the video came out. And then here's his video response to the hotel video.
So difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes you got to do that. I was fucked up. I mean, I hit rock bottom, but I made no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now.
There's a couple things I don't love about this. You tell me what you think. I don't love that I take full responsibility. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then and I'm disgusted now. Like, were you disgusted then? Were you disgusted when you were shelling out 50 grand for the tape? Like,
right.
If you take full responsibility for your actions, you would just own up to this. You would have owned up to it then. You would have owned up to it when she brought a lawsuit against you. You would have owned up to it at many different times.
Did he? I don't know what the timeline is with all of this. Like when it happened, she brought charges against him, and
No.
This is the first I'm hearing about. So
No.
I don't know how much responsibility he took.
Yeah. Do you want to know how bad it was? She eventually, after the beating she took, she left. And the hotel security watched the video, and then she left the hotel. She comes back to the hotel because she's terrified if she doesn't. She's thinking to herself, if I leave him, it's going to be far worse, which is typical of an abuse victim, right?
Oh, that's terrible.
She goes back to the hotel. The hotel security begged her, don't go back in there. Don't go back up there.
Yeah.
And she forced her way back into his room because she was so terrified of what he could do to her. That's awful. Like, security is like, stop, don't go up there. And she's like, I have to go back. I have to go back.
Which makes you think, this was caught on tape. What else happened that wasn't caught on tape?
100%.
That's why she's terrified. It's just a consistent.
Yeah.
And it's just nonstop.
And the other thing, you know, it looked like DJ Shenanigan, like he's leading me into my next point here, which is you apologize to her. Once you take this to social media, I feel like I've talked about this before. I can't remember who I yelled about last time this happened, but it's like once you make an apology video on social media, you're not doing it for the person you trespassed against. What? Old Testament?
Wow.
You're doing it for yourself so everybody can be like, oh, it's okay. We forgive you. You know?
Yeah. It's a public thing to save your image.
It's your image. This ain't for Cassie. This isn't for him taking responsibility. This is him trying to move past this, which leads me to my last point, which is here's how I can tell he's a serial abuser. He's treating us in this video like everybody he's wronged. Right? Like, this is what does every abuser say? You know, oh, I'm sorry, or you made me do it, or I don't want to be this way, but you're making me do it. All that kind of shit, right? They blame it on the victim. They don't take any responsibility for themselves. They always want to put themselves in a positive light and make it sound like it was some other issue, drugs or whatever. And that's exactly what he's doing to us. He's promising us he'll never do this again. Right. If we forgive him, which is essentially what every abuser comes to.
Right.
You know, which is what I hate most about it, because it's like, this ain't gonna, you know.
I can't imagine this was the only person either.
No, how could it be?
Right?
How could it be?
I'm just speculating, of course, but...
that bad?
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's not his first time swinging at a woman.
Right. Exactly. Like physical, again, people make mistakes, things get heated, physical things can happen between couples. It's not right. It's never where you want to find yourself, right? But you could just, like, this isn't, like you said, when you're, with the way he grabbed her and threw her down to the floor, that's not a rookie momentary lapse in judgment.
That is, this is how he conducts himself.
Right. Exactly. So, I mean, it's, you know, it's fucking appalling. And I can't believe I should know better, but when I saw this come out, I go, I can't believe this guy's doing this.
Doesn't he have a team of lawyers?
Well,
did they all think this was a good idea?
I bet you he consulted. That's the feeling that I get. The feeling that I get is this is panic and him just he's just trying to do his best. I don't think if he was in a room with anybody that could have taken that phone away from him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They would have let him do this. There's just no way.
Paul says because he got caught, if no video came out, he would still deny. Did he deny this happened?
Oh, yeah.
He's been denying that he ever did this.
Denying everything.
Okay. This is the first I'm hearing about this. I haven't followed.
Yeah.
You know.
And it's like this incident is 6 or 8 years ago.
Yeah.
So, you know, somebody will correct me. It's 6 or 8 years. So for 6 years, at least, he has been pretending like this never happened.
Where did this video come from all of a sudden?
Well, that's a great question. A lot of conspiracy theories on that. A lot of people are saying that the FBI raided his home. We know that, right? They confiscated all sorts of video and computers and everything. So some people are speculating that the FBI leaked it.
Okay.
And the speculation is the FBI leaked it for one of two reasons, which is not helpful. One, they have no other case. So they put this out, and then with the hope of it does the damage that it can to him because
Right.
they can't get him in a criminal setting, or that there is a lot more coming. And
This isn't enough for a criminal case. I mean, I guess she has to press charges, but didn't she, or isn't she, or wouldn't she?
she's not. Her civil case, her lawsuit against him was civil.
So, okay.
So it wasn't a criminal. It wasn't a criminal issue at the time. Now I don't know if this changes things because she felt like she didn't have proof or evidence, or if she doesn't take a picture of herself. Again, even if she got a black eye, that doesn't prove that he did it. Unless
but she knew this video existed, right? I mean, the hotel had it.
I don't know if she knew. I really don't know.
Did you say she went back to the?
Yes, she did. I'm sorry, and this was in the lawsuit.
Okay.
Because references to this video was in the lawsuit, but the day after she brought the lawsuit publicly, she settled. And she attempted to settle behind the scenes before filing the actual lawsuit, from what I understand. And it got nowhere. So she said, well, let's file the lawsuit. And so she did.
All right. So that was back in, when this all happened, right? That was
well, that was at the end of 23. The lawsuit came out.
Oh, okay.
The video was from 6 or 8 years ago. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. So, all right. So it happened in 6 or 8 years ago, and now there's a lawsuit. Oh, the lawsuit came out 6 months ago or whatever.
Yeah, whatever it was. Right. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So that's all right. So this video came up. Where, I mean, I guess the news let this video out.
CNN.
They had to get it from somewhere. CNN. They had to get it from somewhere, but they're not going to disclose where they got it.
No. Could have been the hotel. Like he bought the tape. But I was saying on last episode, could you imagine selling this back to him? You're the security guard there that night. You got to figure there's 2, 3 people, 4 that know about this immediately after it happens.
Right.
Security people, like 2 or 3 security people, the general manager of the hotel, right? There's got to be a string of people. They sold him the video for $50,000. I mean, how do you, could insane. You fucking sleep at night?
No, that's ridiculous. How that, isn't that like there's got to be a crime. That's got to be a crime by itself. I don't even know what it would be. What is extortion? I don't know what it is, but to sell him, I won't release this crime that you committed if you give me money. That's something, right? That's
what I'm saying. I said this in the last episode. That should be a crime. If there's a crime caught on camera, done. Should be, yes, you're right. If you sell that to save somebody, especially in a situation where somebody could wind up dead, you should have to answer for that. I believe that. I believe that should be a law. You should have to answer for that.
I mean, these guys, Diddy obviously in the wrong, but also these hotel guys who, if that's what happened and they sold him the tape and they washed their hands of it.
Yeah.
That's wrong too. What the hell?
You've got to hear, though, I'm telling you, dude, there is so much speculation swirling around this. If you want to get into some of the...
Don't tell me there's conspiracy theories.
Conspiracy theories.
I mean, it's pretty... they're not saying it's a fake video, right?
No, nobody is saying it's a fake video, but everybody is saying how much more there is.
Oh, like more concerning this or other videos?
This, other videos,
and it'll like be gradually leaked out.
Yeah, because there was an interview. Hold on, there was an interview where he was on Wendy Williams, and he got mad. Here, let me play it for you. Let me just play it for you. He got mad with some of the Met, and like they were paying attention to her and not him. Yeah, this is on Twitter. Let's see. Thanks to Marco at Freaky Marco for this video clip here. Take a listen to this.
I'm shocked that you do like to party, okay?
Yes.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm shocked that you and Cassie have gone this far, like the distance. What is it about her that,
I mean, it's just like when a record comes on, the way she moves,
yeah.
like when I look at her, the way she smiles, The way I see her look at me sometimes when I wake up and she's already awake, you know?
And the Met Gala, what the sitting on the steps was going on? What is going on here?
Now, I'm gonna be honest, like they didn't have my tickets right the year before, so I said I'm gonna stun on them and sit on the stairs as my woman looks good and takes those pictures.
Do like to party.
And this is like right after that hotel video. This isn't much long after the hotel video when this interview took place. And how fucking annoying is when I know I feel bad because she's like pretty much incapacitated these days, but she was so fucking annoying at times. For her to just be sitting there like, you know, it's like,
you have a problem with everybody.
I'm a little irritated today. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You got a little chip on your shoulder.
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
All right.
Sorry about that.
It's all right.
But they're also saying a lot of the people on Twitter are bringing up everybody is trying to rope Jay-Z into this. The big conspiracy theory is that Jay-Z is just as bad, if not worse, than P. Diddy because he's quieter and more calculated, but has done just as many awful things as P. Diddy has, and that the two of them have helped each other in the past. Like, get out from under shit. Yeah, crazy stuff out there. Because supposedly the girl that Jay-Z was having an affair with when Beyonce had just gotten pregnant with their first baby, she has an aneurysm and dies like 2 weeks after it was discovered that he had the affair. Do you remember the video where Solange, Beyonce's sister,
the elevator,
is smacking the crap out of Jay-Z? And he kind of doesn't like just take it. He kind of like puts his hand, like, you know, puts his hands out in a little bit of an aggressive manner to defend himself. But that was all when it all came out that he was having an affair with this woman. That woman has an aneurysm like a month later or something like that. And now the conspiracy theory is that they had her killed and they just paid off the coroner to fucking falsify the records of the
jeez.
Yeah. But
if that's the case, holy shit! Just a shit storm of just the fact that kind of stuff is the conclusion that people go to. It's unnerving. It's very
unnerving.
It's just like holy shit! People would be capable of something like that. Not that, we don't know that any of that's true. That's all again. Those are conspiracy theories, so we don't know.
Yeah, all internet conjecture.
If any of that's true, it's fucking awful. But how, I guess I'm sure a lot of this is being investigated. They did the raid on Diddy's home. We haven't seen anything come of it unless this is that.
Unless it's part of it, yeah.
But why would they, if they're building something, why would they release something like that? See, that's the thing that doesn't. If it's an FBI thing, why would they let out a piece of their investigation? You know what I mean? Like if they have that, that's a huge piece of evidence against him. Why would they release that and not just use it in their case? I mean, I guess they could still use it in the case, but I don't know. I don't see the reason.
Unless they have nothing and they just were like, this is all we could do, is let the world know. Or it could just be one dishonest person in the FBI.
Yeah, and it could be anybody who knew about the tape coming forward. Because why? But again, why would it come out now and not?
From the hotel or whatever? Yeah, or not. I said dishonest person. It could be just somebody. Let's say it's some woman who works in the FBI who's probably not supposed to do this, but she's been caught in an abusive relationship in her past, sees it, and she's just like, okay, I'm going to email this over to CNN and let the world know what a piece of shit this guy is. Could
very well be.
Could be just that. Somebody taking it into their own hands.
Could be just thought of a person just got hired at the hotel, old security person there goes, hey, look at this. And that person's like, what?
Yeah.
Nobody knows about this? What the hell?
That's what's amazing too. I mean, I know he shelled out $50,000, but the fact that that didn't find more legs is beyond. Like, I don't know how that happens, and it doesn't. Because when you think about it, like, there's, there was a funny Babylon Bee headline of the NFL, League of Wife Beaters looks down on P. Diddy or something like that. Like, it was like one of their little things. But the truth is that every instance of domestic abuse that's taking place in the NFL has found its way into the, like on elevators and hotels. It's happened a bunch in the NFL, and that has all come out. Yeah. All of it. We've seen footage of all of that. So the fact that he was able to keep this quiet for so long is beyond me, which also lends credence to the fact that he's probably scary as fuck. Like, he probably not only gave money, but probably fucking threatened some lives.
Maybe, but now I feel like it could be an effort to get people that help him to not help him anymore. In other words, he's only as scary as the people who back him up, maybe.
The secret. As long as it's a secret.
Right.
That's what keeps him.
So if they start to discredit him, let's say the FBI start to discredit him, then then people who defend him and back him up won't be so quick to do so, and that he'll take down his influence and his power. You know what I mean?
Right.
So he won't be as threatening.
Right.
Maybe that does that.
Last three quick pieces on this. Gene Deal, who is his bodyguard, has been talking about this for a long time and was not surprised that the footage of this came out. Let's not forget Cat Williams. Remember when he was on Shannon Sharp's podcast and he said 2024 is the year, it's coming for all of them, and he named Diddy. Now, Diddy, his house had been raided already at the time, so not a total Simpsons, prediction there, but he said 2024 was the year. And I've brought this young lady up before, and I'm not 100% familiar with her, but Jaguar Wright, she's a singer. Okay. Who ran in these circles. I think she dated Jay-Z or P. Diddy. I'm not 100% sure. I'll do more looking into her, but I know that she has been talking a whole bunch, and she's been saying that there's so much more to all of this. And she's also the one who is warning everybody, like, if you think this is bad, wait until it all comes out about Jay-Z. So she's like, wow, which at this point, as the public, how could you not be like, these rumblings might have something to them,
We don't know. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I'm sure if someone like that who comes out and says, wait till you hear this, wait till you hear that, I'm sure she's being talked to by people who are investigating. Like, oh, all right, so she knows some stuff. Let's get her in here and see what kind of stuff she can give us and what proof she has. So anybody that's saying, like, wait till you hear this about what Jay-Z did or what P. Diddy did. Cat Williams, I'm sure they're talking to him. How does he know any of this stuff?
Probably, yeah, because you run in those circles, you probably hear shit here and there.
Yeah, it could. Yeah, I'm not saying, I'm saying it's totally innocent. Probably, I'm just saying how. Right. Tell us what you know and how we can find out and get proof.
Right.
Cat, what do you know and how do you know this?
Well, because nobody could keep their mouth shut, right? And if something could rumor its way over to Kevin Hart and he could be that first little. Did I say Kevin Hart?
You did.
Who were you saying?
Cat Williams.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not saying Cat Williams had anything to do with anything bad. I'm saying if you know about all this bad stuff, how? Like the FBI, I think, would want to talk to him. And say,
who'd you hear from Cat and Cat?
Yeah, where are you getting this? Yeah.
And it'll go until they eventually get to the right person.
Yeah, there are obviously people that know about it, so let's talk to them. And if these are the ones that are talking, they obviously want to tell what's going on. So bring them in.
Yeah.
And be like, what do you know? Tell us everything.
Liz says that Jaguar Wright she wrote for Jay-Z and sang the song H to the Izzo. So the girl who sings on H to the Izzo, I guess, is Jaguar Wright. So
got it.
TD Freelancer, damn, And you know all the hip hop drama. This is the new Hot 97. In case anybody didn't catch on to that, Frank and I were.
Does everybody know Hot 97? It's a New York station.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe not.
it's a you gotta live in the area, I guess.
I feel like it's like CBS FM though. I feel like everybody's kind of heard of it at one point and knows kind of what
Probably.
it is.
Hot 97 is a hip hop station here in New York City.
Yeah, legendary hip hop station.
Yeah,
where the hip hop blazes, because it's blazing hip hop and R&B. Don't forget the R&B. That's important.
Was that like the 90s? Slogan?
I think so. I don't know if that was that's been their slogan for
a
like
recent one.
30 years.
Seems a little long to be a recent slogan.
Yeah.
Slogans nowadays are like 2-3 words.
It's definitely not a recent slogan.
No.
That's it. I want to move on from this. Right. Christine, I'm sure Kevin Hart knew stuff too. The reason why Kevin Hart was in my mind is because I saw the Mark Twain award that he got, which is on Netflix right now streaming. Seinfeld is in it. Chris Rock, Nick Cannon actually maybe steals the show. Very, very funny. But right after I watched that, of course, because our phones are listening, I got served a video, and it was an old video of Kevin Hart with P. Diddy and Usher, and P. Diddy is talking about crazy shit that he's done, and Kevin Hart is visibly uncomfortable and is like, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about, and like,
what is he saying?
It was something crazy like partying with, or having a dream and partying with Usher, or some weird shit. I don't remember. I don't know, but it was just weird. I didn't save it, but I was just like, oh, that's kind of strange. Poor little Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
We got to protect Kevin Hart. He got the shit kicked out of him in any situation, no matter what it is. So we got to. Yeah, he's very small. He's very, very
well, he's always paired next to The Rock, so that doesn't help.
I know that doesn't help.
Anybody next to The Rock is going to look tiny.
Chris Rock had a funny line of how talented he was. He's like, he's in movies with The Rock. He goes, my last name is Rock, and I can't get in those fucking movies. It's pretty funny. Michael Cohen's lawyer, Frankie C, took the stand today.
Mm-hmm.
And boy, all hell just broke loose. Let me give you the rundown of all the shit that went on today. Michael Cohen was also on the stand, and he admitted to stealing from Donald Trump. Supposedly, there was a company that they owed 50 grand to. Trump put 50 grand in a brown bag. Yeah, seems a little suspicious to me, but
on what planet would a business pay another business in cash in a brown bag?
I don't know.
What?
I could tell you that only 20 grand made it to the company, and that was admitted. Michael Cohen admitted to pocketing 30K because he didn't get like the bonus he expected and felt like he had it coming to him.
I see. Okay.
That was the first big thing. So again, kind of another character flaw in Michael Cohen, who is like the key witness in all this. Now here's the other big problem. This guy Costello, who's Michael Cohen's attorney, he testified today that his name is Robert Costello. He testified that Donald Trump didn't know anything about the Stormy Daniels payment, and that Michael Cohen told Costello numerous times that President Trump knew nothing about those payments, and that he did this all on his own, and he repeated that numerous times. Costello testified in court today. And then subsequently, there was a bunch of objections and, just basically the normal lawyer cross-examination shit. And the lawyer, Costello, screamed "geez" at one point, was huffing and puffing, rolled his eyes at the judge, then was staring the judge down at one point, so much so that the judge asked him, "Are you staring me down?" And they had a little bit of an exchange, and the judge fucking cleared the courtroom, told the jury to get out, told the press to get out, and gave this guy the old what have you. I don't know what was said because nobody was in the courtroom, but he had a little talk with Mr. Costello because they had, a little bit of a rough exchange, and he cleared the courtroom over it.
Good. Handle the court, man. That's you got to take charge of that courtroom. But just a quick side thing here. Lisha, I'm very sorry for your loss. Said, hi, everyone. Great to catch you live. Said goodbye to my pup, Lolly, last Thursday. Been sleeping since then. I'm so sorry to hear that. It was never
Oh.
an easy thing, and I'm very sorry for your loss.
No, yes. I'm sorry for your loss. My only hope for you, Lisha, is that your best friend of like 30 years doesn't buy an exact replica of your dog
I thought that would cheer you up. I don't
months
know
later.
what I was thinking. First of all, we adopted him.
Oh,
We didn't
true.
buy him.
True. That's true.
Second of all, shut up.
No, that's terrible. We still mourn little Rocco. You know, that was my dog.
Yeah.
It's still so fucking hard.
Never
Do you
goes-
still hurt
yeah.
over Bridie? You must.
Bridie, we think about her all the time. She's a part of the family. She's always there. She was always there. It's not easy. It really
Yeah.
isn't. But you got to just remember everything. Look at your pictures and videos that you got, and just remember all the good stuff. That's what it's about.
Yeah, we still. It comes up. I have like the little app on my phone, like the picture app. So it like just they come up, and it's good to see him every now and then. But it does hurt sometimes too. You know, you look at him.
Of course.
It hurts when the kids talk about him. For me, like when they're like, "Oh, Rocco, I miss him." That fucking kills me.
Yeah.
That absolutely kills
easy.
me.
It's not easy, but yeah.
You
Again,
want to know why?
Well,
Because they're fucking better than people.
oh, absolutely. They're just very. There's unconditional love.
Yeah,
And that's all. They just want simple things. They want food, and they want love back. That's all.
that's it.
Food, water, and you pet them and play with them.
Yeah,
Pick them up, hold them. They don't want much. They don't want.
they're the best.
Phone, they don't want money. They don't want a phone. They don't want. They just want to be part of your life. That's all.
And they're so happy to see you. Like
They're over the moon.
They don't talk back. They're not. They're not in a mood.
No, they just chill with you too. Whenever, that's the other thing. Like they match your mood. You're having a bad day, they come and they help you out, and they snuggle with you, and they cheer you up if they can, and
Yeah.
they're just the best. Dogs and cats. They're animals.
Well, easy with the cat thing.
All right. Well,
They're horrible, but dogs are lovely.
what's echoing? Is that your mic stand?
Is that? Oh, sorry. I keep hitting the. Sorry.
That's all right.
I was just complaining to my wife how I hate people who hold the microphone in videos.
For some reason, I kept hearing that when you were talking. It was vibrating through your arm or something. I don't know.
It drives me absolutely nuts. Well, the studio is above the garage door, and the garage door just opened, so you might have heard that.
That's
too.
what it was. Sorry. Okay. It was.
Yeah.
I thought it was the vibration. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. What was I gonna say? Oh, I just hate people who like lav mics that you clip to the lav, and they hold it. And everybody's doing it now. It drives me crazy. Or people who have like these like mics like you and I, and then just holding it, and it's like the whole thing was designed so you don't
stand. You don't have. Yeah, I know.
That's how I know they're not Italian though, too, because we cannot hold. We need this bit of flexibility.
Talking about.
I watched a video with a 4-year-old girl on TikTok, and she was Italian, and she's like, "Que cosa?" Like this with the attitude. I was like, "This girl's the best. Like, she's gonna be."
I gotta go make some sauce now. All right.
Yeah, she was phenomenal. Quickly here, Frankie C. There was a teen rapper in Virginia who was like recording a video with a gun, like taking the safety off, talking about how tough he is, blah blah blah. Boop.
Oh.
Ended his own life right on the live stream.
Oh my God.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that absolutely crazy?
Oh, that's terrible. Who was this? Well-known? Who do we know the name?
Not really. I mean, yeah, his name was. Let's see. On Instagram, it's Rilo Huncho. It's a good name. Rilo Huncho.
Man, that's terrible. What?
Young kid too. It's fucking awful. Like people, what didn't mean to do it. Was just, 17 years old.
That's a terrible thing. Jeez,
So fucking stupid.
That's one of those. It's so avoidable, one of those. It's like a terrible tragedy that could have been avoided.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Don't stop fucking around with guns, idiot.
Guns, man. They're not toys. They're not. Ugh.
Prior to this, I'll never forget the dumbest thing I've ever seen. This kid was in the back of a car, Again, he was a rapper. He's like, wow, he's talking about his album. In an effort to promote the album, took a gun, shot himself in the cheek. Yeah. And the bullet went through his mouth, did not come out the other side. He spits it out. And he's like, I don't even care. I don't even care. And then he's like, you got to take me to the hospital because there's just blood everywhere. And I was
I'm surprised he was able to. He just spit it out. Like where did it hit?
It
went
stuck
in his jaw.
It was like one of I don't know the caliber. It was obviously a weak one. And yeah, it went in.
Unless it was a BB gun, it's going through your jaw. Like it's gonna cause a lot of damage.
Yeah, it didn't go in and out. It stayed there. Oof. Stupid. Just
what is that?
Stupid.
Why would you do that?
I don't get it. People do stupid shit. That's why you got to watch kids, man. They're just dumb. They are not developed human beings yet.
Watch kids and put your guns away. I don't know why. Guns aren't toys. People need to learn about them. If you're gonna have a gun anywhere in your house, learn. Do training. That you just don't. You don't just buy a gun and now I have a gun. It's a tool. It's like learning to drive a car. You have to take tests. A test. 100 years ago. You should have to take that test once, like every 10 years, I feel.
That would be nice.
But I digress.
Kid Rock, this is according to a new piece that he was doing an interview for Rolling Stone magazine. And the reporter who was doing the piece said that during the interview, he got progressively more intoxicated. David Peisner is the name of the journalist. He was doing an interview last month with Kid Rock at his Nashville home for a Rolling Stone piece centered largely around politics and his unwavering support of for Donald Trump. After drinking some wine and at least 3 or 4 Jim Beam and Diet Coke cocktails, Peisner said the rapper became drunk and belligerent. At one point, while arguing about politics, Kid Rock reached behind his chair and pulled out a gun, waving it in Peisner's face.
Oh my God, what the hell?
He allegedly shouted, and I got a fucking goddamn gun right here if I need it. I got them everywhere. Despite him brandishing the firearm, the pair continued chatting for over an hour with Rock.
That would have been the end of it for me. I'd be like, yep, see ya.
I usually leave when a gun enters the room too. I usually go,
yeah. When a drunk person has a gun in their hand,
right,
I'm gone.
Yeah.
Bye.
Journalistic integrity out the door along with myself.
Yeah, I'll quit the job. Whatever. Oh, you wanted me to stay? Yeah, no, I quit.
Yeah.
I'm not staying while Kid Rock is drunk off his ass waving a gun in my face.
Why are you quitting? Because the drunk racist was fucking waving a gun in my face. That's why I'm fucking quitting, okay?
I'm not dying during a Kid Rock interview.
Yeah. According to Peisner, he used the N-word several times while recalling old conversations with friends, yet it didn't stop there. It's worth mentioning that these are not the only times that he's dropped the N-word. During the visit, Peisner wrote in his piece, it'd be easy to label this as rantings of a drunk racist, but as everything that Kid Rock does, it's hard to know how calculated it all is. Anyway.
I don't think calculations are factored in here. I think this is, I'm drunk and I'm an idiot. I don't think there was much calculating. My opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it seems crazy. And then he said, let me see here. When the interviewer, whom Rock called a college snowflake, asked to leave, Kid Rock put up a fight. In fact, the pair ended up chest to chest, with Rock getting into Peisner's face. However, Rock eventually gave in and agreed to drive the journalist a half a mile up to his car. Would you get in the car with somebody like that?
No, I'll walk the half mile. That's fine. They didn't have their own. Why was their car a half mile away?
I don't know. I guess because he parked out. Well, he said they drove on an ATV. Kid Rock got him on the ATV, and they drove down the driveway back up to where his car was. And then as Peisner got off the ATV, Kid Rock said, according to Peisner, would you do me a favor? Just write the most horrific article about me. Do it. It helps me. So that's why he is opining of maybe this was all totally calculated because he wants me to sit there and write a fucking piece about how he waved a gun in my face and use the N-word. I get that. It's the N-word where I feel like you're still going to have a little difficulty with that one. Getting drunk and waving a gun, it's all bad.
Yeah.
But getting drunk waving a gun only affects the person you're doing it to, whereas that N-word brings in a whole group of people that can have an issue with it.
Is this report, interview, whatever, going to be publicized?
Like the actual piece that he set out to write? I assume so.
I mean, is all of this, was any of it recorded? Is any of this like, is this going to be in Rolling Stone magazine at any time?
Yes. In fact, it is, as of yesterday, it is.
Say it again, it is?
It is. As of yesterday, it's in Rolling Stone.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is, I mean, why?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Other than it's that like whole, again, there seems to be this attitude of this is who I am and I don't give a shit what you think. Like people are so hung up on fighting woke and cancel culture that they just miss the middleman, or they're so worried about battling this person that they forget all about all the other people in between, kind of a thing. Like I always found this to be true. Like my parents would get into an argument and I'd be sitting there going, I shouldn't be hearing that. Like, I don't want to hear this. Like they were so worried about being right against the other person, or maybe hurting their feelings or whatever it was, that it's like, forget about everybody else that's involved in the room. You know what I mean?
Yes, but he's trying to cultivate this image of an I don't care, I'm going to do whatever the hell I want. But it comes, I mean, I'm sure that what fan are you trying to appeal to? Do you know, like racist assholes? Okay.
Well, I think that's the other part of this too. And cause see, to me, it's heartbreaking because again, if you have an audience of African-American people, like his drummer was black, like you're not thinking of those people in that moment. Like I would hate to make people feel bad about themselves. Like even that crack I made before about the cats, like I'm joking, but there is a part of me that goes, I don't hope the cat people don't take offense to that,
No, of course. I mean,
he doesn't
joke
give
you
a
make,
shit.
you don't want to. Yeah.
Because I also think that he thinks that I can ride this little MAGA wave and sell enough records to those people, and they're the ones who will buy tickets to my shows, and I don't fucking need anybody else. I don't need to be this like wholesome, I got to win everybody over in the world person. I have no other explanation for it. That's the only thing I can come up with.
I feel like, all right, you don't have to be a saint, but you don't have to be a racist asshole either.
You can also be a decent human being.
You could be, I don't know, a person and not be a dick. What a, I'm sorry, he's a dick. Kid Rock's an asshole.
Robin, I'm not joking. Our cats are terrible. I got caught up in, I don't know if I was in Robin's nest or in the paw section, but I was in the Discord earlier.
Oh, join us in the Discord. Whoever's not with us over there in Discord. I think there's a link somewhere below us. I don't know. I don't put those links together. He does.
Yeah, it's in the description. I got to see Dexter, who I haven't seen in years, months maybe. And I got to see Schnookums.
Yeah.
That name Schnookums.
You want to join the conversation continues over at in Discord. So we're talking about all kinds of stuff over there. Our pets, there's cooking stuff, there's meat, there's a whole bunch of stuff. There's Robin's Nest, there's Raven's Cravens, there's all kinds of cool stuff. So come over and join us.
You can catch up on Robin's two cats, Schnookums and Gumball, which is the morning show I think Frank replaced at one of his radio jobs. I'm not 100% sure, but I think That's who he took over
Snookums was
for.
all right. Gumball was a dick.
He was the problem.
He was the problem. They had to let go the whole team. And Gumball wouldn't leave without Snookums. It was a whole thing.
It was the whole thing. Gumball, though, would get drunk and use the N-word to point guns at people in the office. It was a big...
I said he was the problem. I didn't want to specify what the problem was.
I love Bill Maher, Frankie C.
I
You
hate
know
Bill
this. You don't like him. I'm a fan. I believe he's as fair could possibly get.
Do you?
I rarely disagree. I disagree with him sometimes. I really think he got this one completely wrong, though. And I'm wondering if there's going to be more on it, because he went on his real-time show and he defended Harrison Butker on the whole speech that he made. Which,
How?
Well, here's what's key. Oh, hold on. Before we get to Butker, let's get to this other Butker.
It's
Jason.
me, the most famous butt licker.
Jay Sabs. What's
Jay
happening?
Sabs, how are you?
Oh God, let me tell you something. My allergies have been killing me.
Are you popping a Ricola as we speak?
How'd you hear that?
Oh, we hear everything.
Well, his ears are working. That's
Yes, that's
There you
your mic's on.
So yeah, so it's just been, oh my God, like just terrible. What?
What's terrible? Oh, your allergies.
we
My
got the
allergies.
pollen. The
Mhm.
pollen's like going off like crazy here.
I go outside, my car is covered in pollen.
Covered in pollen. I went out this morning, and then I didn't go out again until like 2:00. And by the time 2:00 rolled around, my car was all that I had windshield wipered off. It was completely covered again.
Right.
Yeah, it's annoying.
It's
I gotta
fucking
get one of
crazy.
those tent things.
Yeah. J Subs, I would love a Disney update. Can we do it right after the Bill Maher story?
Go ahead.
All right, love it.
Go
So anyway, so everybody knows the speech that Harrison Butker gave. We talked about it ad nauseum. I think we did a good job with it. Go back to that episode if you want to see it. What he was saying about women wanting to be homemakers and moms, there's nothing wrong with that. The problem is he acted like it was a diabolical lie women were being told that they could go out and have a fucking career. And I watched the video. We did it on the show. I rewatched it afterwards. There's no two ways about it. He was calculated and very specific about what he said and how he said it. You know what I mean? So he said, like, he called out gay people in a way that he could absolutely deny, because he talked about it being the month of sin, referring to the Gay Pride Month. But anybody with any kind of a brain knows what he's talking about. But he didn't outright say, boy, the gay people are sinners. He did it in a way that was very careful and calculated. Same thing with the address of the women. Like, if you're a woman and you want to be what they call today, Frankie C, a trad wife, a traditional wife,
We
nothing
have to
wrong with
abbreviate everything.
that. Yeah, we do. Yeah,
A
we do.
trad wife.
That's what the kids are calling it, the trad wife.
Okay.
But there's nothing wrong with that. And if you have pride for staying home and raising your
do what
children,
you want.
It's
That's
great.
that's the point of it, is freedom to be that or go and make a career, for yourself.
Right.
Is that what I'll admit, I did not listen to his whole speech. I caught bits and pieces. So I'm not familiar 100% with
What
how
he
he
said,
phrased everything.
what he said, and I'm paraphrasing slightly here, but he said that he called it a diabolical lie. He said, a lot of you women in the audience here will, there's a diabolical lie that you have to go out and have a career and you're looking forward to promotions and all these things, when in actuality, the most rewarding thing is to leave all that behind, be a wife, be a homemaker, have the kids, take care of them. And that's going to be, that's the most rewarding thing that you can do. Again, he's so close to, hey, no matter what you do in your career, your family's going to be the most important. Well, yeah, okay, sure, absolutely. Anybody will tell you that.
Sure.
Tell
But you don't
them-
have to tell them this is what you got to, it seems very,
Well, no, what he
women.
said was telling a room of graduates, you're being lied to, just go off and have babies and take care of them. That's the problem. That's the issue.
There's a lot with it, because telling them this is the message should have been, you can do anything you want, or you can do, you could be a homemaker and a mom and a wife and whatever, or follow your career path or do both. You could do
that's
anything.
Not what he did. He didn't do it as nice as you just said.
Yeah, do whatever is good for you and your family. He said it as, you don't have to go get a career. You could, but why would you address that strictly to the women? You know what I mean? Like,
no, this guy's a piece of shit. That's why.
Yeah, right. Okay. I was making sure we were all on the same page here.
Same page. He goes on to say later on in the speech that society is better when men lead. If men don't take leadership roles, society is chaotic.
Isn't every war started by a man? I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm not going to get on a whole thing here, but I just. Yeah.
I don't believe in anybody that believes in pumping up men. I believe that we should be taken down a notch at any
We
given
clearly
time.
don't know what we're doing.
Agreed.
Yeah, but you guys are liberals.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, men in general, we don't know what we're doing.
But also, J Sabs just did what we said should be done. So I don't know what to think now. She took us down a notch.
That's funny.
All right, here's William Maher, my favorite of all
Now,
time.
this week, there's a guy in the news named Harrison Butker. He's the kicker on the Kansas City Chiefs, also known as the Taylor Swift Chiefs. He got invited to do the commencement address at a conservative Catholic
Should have
college.
queued this up. I'm regretting this.
I can't express how much this guy is not like me. He's religious. He loves marriage. He loves kids. I couldn't be more not like this guy. He's in big trouble because he said at this event, and this is a Catholic college, conservative Catholics, and they think he's now history's greatest monster. Again, I don't agree with much with this guy, but I don't get the thing. He said, some of you, talking to the women here, some of you may go on to lead successful careers in the world. Okay, that seems fairly modern. But I would venture to guess that the majority of you are most excited about your marriage and the children you will bring into this world. I don't see what the big crime is. I really don't. And I think this is part of the problem people have with the left, is that lots of people in this country are like this. Like he's saying, some of you may go on to lead successful careers, but a lot of you are excited about this other way that everybody used to be.
So I agree with what he's saying. Like we were just saying, if that's what the path you choose, fine. But he's over. He didn't mention the diabolical lie part of it, and
the other
that's
part,
the most important part.
Yeah, but the other part he's glossing over here is the fact that he's addressing this only to the women. If he would have said, students, you're all, you could go on and live your careers, and or the family thing, to everybody, that could be a little better. But he's specifically pointing out to the women and saying,
right
now, this is what you're going to be most, into.
Right.
That's where you're.
I don't disagree with that, because that is it. I mean,
what do you mean that is
what he's saying is true. There's a lot of people in this world, women. It's not for the men. It's for the women. I won't even get into.
What's not for the men? It's for the women.
Like, when men have careers, they don't have to choose between having a family and a career, but women do.
That's
right.
True.
That's 100% true, Frank. And I'm sorry, but you don't get it because you're a man. It's true. It is true.
I think he gets it. He's following you.
No, he's saying no. He said no.
No, what I'm saying is, a woman doesn't have to go do one or the other. Men stay at home and take care of the kids. They're
how many in this world? 5?
I haven't done a head count, but there are people who have women who go and
she's been a part of a scientific survey here.
Oh, okay. You did the survey. You did the research. I'm saying there are couples who have families, and if we're talking about a male female couple who has a family, sometimes the woman goes out and has a big successful career, and the men are stay-at-home dads, and that's the thing that happens.
That's very rare, though.
I
How
would
do you know
agree that
that?
it's in the minority. I would say it's in the minority, but it is a thing.
Yeah,
it's a
not.
thing, but I'd say it's in the vast minority.
All right, so you put vast in front of it to make me feel
Yeah.
worse.
I
I
mean,
mean,
sorry guys.
to act like it's women, you're going to be mostly dedicated to your family, and that's it.
I think you both are missing it. I agree with what you both are saying, but I think you're both missing it. The way Harrison Butker positioned it was that every woman here is being sold a bag of goods, and let me tell you the truth.
Well, what's the bag of goods that they're being sold?
That they can go and have careers and it'll be fulfilling. But the truth is, if you really want it to be fulfilling, you have to stay home, listen to your man, have babies, and raise the children.
That's all bullshit. That's not true. That's insulting and ridiculous.
I believe so. Jay Sabs, you agree with that?
I think there's a fine line. I think, God, there's people who that's like the old-fashioned way of thinking, I'd say. But unfortunately, I love when you make the screen bigger because then I can see Frank's eyes just.
I'm just listening.
Just going, what? It's an old-fashioned way of thinking, but
right.
Unfortunately, people still do think that way.
I agree, and I don't think that there's anything wrong with thinking that way, with thinking the woman should stay home and raise the kids. What I have a problem with is positioning it as, if you don't believe that way, if you don't believe that way, you're buying into the lie that the world is selling you, and that's just it's inherently not true. And for instance, people gave Harrison Butker, we haven't talked about this yet because it just came to light. Harrison Butker's mother is like a fucking rocket scientist. She's like an accomplished professor at a university. So she was able to have her child and obviously go out and accomplish a whole hell of a lot. So this idea of don't buy the lie that you need promotions and a career, just go have your kids, has never been proven wrong more than in his own fucking case.
His own mom.
Well, clearly, the way he is, that's because she chose her career over him.
I didn't think of that. You might be right.
Maybe that's. Well,
You're saying he would have been better off if she stayed in the kitchen?
Yeah, basically.
It's messed up.
No, she would have been around more, maybe.
That's pretty funny.
It's very.
I'll say this.
That's not for everybody. It's not the way everybody should, think.
I'd say nowadays it is not for everybody, and
it shouldn't have been for everybody. Back then it was That's the way it's got to be.
It's a hard way to put it because, and I stand by what I say, men don't have to choose career or family. Women do. And women will always. And women are, and it's I hate to say it, but it's so true. They're less employable. And not in my eyes, but in companies' eyes.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And there is a woman. They think, she's going to get married.
There is sexism in the business world. Absolutely.
Yeah, no matter how many get paid less you pass and all that, everybody's still thinking, is this woman going to get pregnant and leave?
Exactly, and that's 100% true.
I get that.
No matter what.
There are successful women in business that have families. It's not like, that's a possible. Anybody can work towards that. It's not.
But a lot of them do say they wish they would have spent more time with their family. I am the opposite.
I feel like men too.
Everybody says that. I think it's a nice thing to say on your deathbed. I'm not buying any of it, to be honest with you.
Men Definitely. Too, there's a father.
I'm wondering how I could work more. Go ahead.
Well, because I could spend more time with my kids right now, and I don't. I stay locked in my studio here. So.
They're banging on the door outside. Daddy, we want to play.
Yeah.
No, I'm doing something with my friend.
I'm like, not now. Yeah, over the weekend I took a nap and Cuddles ran out to go do something, and she supposedly told me to watch the kids, and then I woke up from the nap just as she got home, and we walked into the same room where the kids were, and she's like, how is everything? And I was like, great.
Great.
It's good.
You check a quick glance at your kids to make sure they got all the same amount of fingers and toes. You're like, everything's great. They were fine. Little angels they were.
Oh, I was supposed to be watching them while I was taking a nap just now.
How were they? Quieter than you think.
Right.
You could have slept through it. They were so quiet.
Oh man, that's crazy. All right, Disney after the mom and daughter chicken ranch. I promise, J Sabs. I promise.
Chicken ranch. Okay.
Mom and daughter chicken ranch. There's nothing good about this sentence.
No, I'm uncomfortable with all of this. This girl works that's the chicken ranch. It's a brothel.
Is there a difference between a chicken ranch and a bunny ranch? And a cat house? Why are these things all animals?
One lays eggs.
What?
And the other one leaves eggs for the children. That's the difference
I see.
between a bunny and a chicken, if you were curious.
Thank you.
No, I don't know.
Keep naming these things after animals.
I don't know. And ranch, I don't know why. Just pick an animal and put ranch on the end of
Call
it.
it brothel. Just what are we dancing around the name for?
Seems very strange. But yeah, so Riley Gray was working at the chicken ranch and somehow convinced her, she's 25 years old, somehow convinced her 44-year-old mother to come work with her as well.
Oh. Were they like bookkeeping or?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
They weren't. They weren't front office. Hat check.
They're both beautiful women. I'll say that. I'll give them that.
Okay, but that's weird. That's not.
It's very weird. Don't you think it's very weird? I remember on the one with the Bunny Ranch. Remember when that show was on HBO? There were twin sisters.
Yeah, that's
weird
a little weird.
And they got mad that people were asking them to do things to each other. And I'm like, why wouldn't you? That's the weirdest thing ever.
It's so the whole thing.
Can I just say this? My friend who is a gay male, his twin brother is a gay male. You know how many times people have approached them to
make out with each other?
To be in corns together.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
People just
That's
approach
weird.
them to be in that. Who? Where? What?
This one guy on Fire Island was like, I will pay you guys $10,000 to film a movie, and they were like, no. Like, are you nuts? So I said to my friend, I get it. What's the title of the corn? He was like, stop it. Like, I would really do that. And I'm like, listen. He's like, that's my brother.
Yeah, no.
I'm like, yeah, but what are the chances? What are the chances?
I don't understand why people want to pay for that. I don't understand why people think people want to watch that.
Yeah, they do. They're sick. They're sick people.
Those are some sick people. I agree.
I mean, the mom and daughter thing. Why would you? The whole family.
You wouldn't do a mom and daughter, Frank?
First of all, every guy wants to do two chicks. I don't believe one of them really wants them to be related. I don't think that's a requirement at all.
No, that's not. Yeah, that's
the
last thing you want to think about.
Yeah. But by the way, could you honestly? I would just be. If I found myself in that situation, I would be distracted the entire time. I would be like, "Ew, why are you doing
like this? This is messed up. This is messed up. This is messed up. This is the whole time."
Exactly. It's the complete opposite of what you think you'd want it to be, you know?
And what's weird is like that's always a trope in like movies. You know, oh, twins, you know, it's like yeah.
It is, right? Like, but why?
Yeah,
why?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because when you really think about it, it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, take that one step further and that's it's messed up.
We don't need them to be twins. We need them to be nurse coworkers on the first day, and one of them is lost and confused, right, Frank? Thanks, but
that's all you need.
That's what we need.
There's a script. There's a show. That's a show.
We don't need a 23andMe to prove they're related to fucking get excited about it.
No.
So they're saying that they can't legally advertise their pricing, but they did say in an interview that every Every situation regards its a particular price, but loosely the numbers start at $500 and go up to six figures depending on the services rendered and the amount of time.
Oh,
Jeez.
So I think they're kind of roundabout saying you could get us to do something together if you pay enough.
Oh, no.
But I'm not 100% sure, nor do I want to explore it to even find out if that's true.
No. Can we? What?
you looked it up already, didn't you?
I mean, I did my journalistic duties.
This can't be
Good.
legal, right?
Yeah, isn't that illegal? Isn't incest illegal?
I thought.
Not in every state. Not that I would know.
But let's be totally honest. Being in the same room as your daughter doing those things is completely uncomfortable.
Being in the same room when two people on TV are making out. It's like as if you're in the room with, like, if I'm in the room with my mom or dad, and we're watching a movie, and and a woman takes her top off in the movie, I'm like, oh, okay, I gotta get up and leave.
Then you feel kind of weird.
It's weird. It's awkward.
Isn't it weird though how that never went away? Like when you were 16 and that happened, didn't you think by the time you were 40 that would be gone, and it's still not gone?
So it's one of the it's so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I know. I hate it. In fact, I hate it so much I put the TV louder.
Like I feel weird having the two kids, my parents knowing that I had sex at least twice.
At least twice.
At least twice. I tell my mom to make her feel better. That second one's the UPS guy. You could see it in his face.
Oh my god.
Anyway, J Sabs, we're dying for a friggin' Disney update, and then we're getting into blind top 5.
Okay, so what you want to know? It was very hot. It was 98 degrees every single day.
Dude.
It did not rain once.
Was it Boys to Men? What I did there.
No.
That
Got to do every ride I wanted.
Every ride, including your roommate? Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. That one was like the shortest one. It was only like 54 seconds.
That was the shortest one.
No line.
No line.
It was.
These are good.
Let's see. What do you want to know?
Pass.
He had the fast pass.
I only saw one celebrity.
So the celebrity you saw, Paul, tweeted me. That dude was on like the American AMC, the country music awards.
He probably was.
Like the next day or two, he performed on the country music awards.
I don't know if it was on yet, but I know they were filming something for American Idol with this guy. So I'm curious. I haven't watched this season, so I'm curious if it's going to be on this season. But it was kind of funny because I walked right into where they were filming, literally, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I made a joke, and the lady's like, said something. I go, "Well, I am a singer," and she's like, "Oh, you are?" And I was like, "Yeah." My husband's like, "Oh god."
Like, what did the lady look like? She was like in charge of everything there, and
yeah, she was an American Idol. She looked like she was in charge.
So you could have like, hey, I'm pretty famous. I could be the judge, when Katy Perry leaves. Is that the right show? I don't know. I think Katy Perry's leaving one of those shows.
I think. Okay, so one of the top rides I think was it's overrated.
No, don't tell me that.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you which one it is.
Okay, go ahead.
The Ratatouille one.
Oh, come on now.
What is the Ratatouille ride? Is that like it's not a roller coaster. What kind of ride is it?
I forgot. There's a specific name for them because it's not on a track. You're on
it's
the
like
floor.
A screen in front of you.
No, you're on the floor and you move, and I believe it has to do with like magnets moving you. It's not a track. It's hard to explain. It's like whatever Rise of the Resistance ride is. It's the same concept.
Yeah, like these new rides, they're not on tracks anymore. You're just in a vehicle and the computer's moving you around where you need to be.
I will say I got to be at Hollywood Studios on May the 4th.
Oh, that's big.
Oh.
So I wasn't sure if we were going to be able to do it because we were flying in that day. We got to our hotel at like 4:30ish, and I'm like, we got to eat something fast, and we got to go. If we want to go, we got to do this. To me, I wanted to do it. I was like, so we changed into our Star Wars gear.
You wore Star Wars gear?
Like shirts.
Nerds.
Oh, nice.
Nerds.
Not costumes like half the people there. So anyway, we went, and I actually ran into 2 people I knew. Believe it or not. One of them I knew was going to be there, and the other one I did not know. But how funny is that? But anyway, we were there, and man, I have to make a video. I have to cut a video. Too bad I don't know a guy. For all these people that I saw just dressed up in there. Like, some people really get into
they go all out, man. They wear the Jedi stuff, the
Oh, yeah.
robes, and in 98-degree weather. That's commitment.
Yeah.
I can't imagine the characters that walk around. They gotta be done. They gotta be roasting in those things.
Chewy.
You know, especially the big ones like the Mickey ones and the Donald Duck.
They don't really
Chewy.
walk around so much anymore. What they do is they have like these character breakfasts and dinners where they're inside.
Yeah, but you didn't see like Chewbacca walking around the Star Wars land?
Him I saw.
Okay. Yeah, and you probably
Not that night, but I saw him when we went back. But
there are easy ones like Rey Skywalker's walking around. There's no real cost. You don't have to wear anything except the
costume,
robes.
really.
You know, there's a light robe thing. There's no like mask you got to wear. Is what I'm saying.
I bet you it was too crazy for them to be around that. Was it just jam packed? Was everybody in the Star Wars land?
It was. So one part, like the Star Wars area, there's one part where it's like this kind of like this big circle, and they had like a unofficial Jedi what's it called, lightsaber initiation thing. I don't know.
I saw a thing. I don't know if it was like a YouTube short or something where all of a sudden everybody put their lightsabers up in the air. I saw that on YouTube. Yeah. Okay, so you saw that.
Is that when you came?
Yeah.
Damn it.
And then like circle Jedi jerk.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
There was a lot of people there. There was a lot of people. So at one point we were with the kids, we're like, maybe we should move over to the side just because there was so many. It was too hot. Honestly, if it wasn't that hot, it wouldn't have been that bad. But anyway, we got to do all the Star Wars rides that I wanted, especially the Rise one, which is the best. I'm sorry, the best ride in the park.
On that day or when you went back?
Nope, I got to do it on that day.
I'm shocked.
Did you have the fast pass or you had to wait on a long line?
Frank, unfortunately, they don't have something called the Fast Pass anymore. It's called. I know. It's called Genie Plus.
Genie Plus. Okay.
Yep, that's a service. But there was, oh my God, there was just so many.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
No.
I'm stunned that you burned a ticket.
Yep.
Walking into that park after 5 o'clock.
Yep. Well, actually, it was open till 10 that night, but still.
No, that's crazy though.
Yep. Well, you had to do it. I had to do it. We were there on May the 4th. You have to.
So just to give you, like, for people who don't know, you buy a ticket for the park for that day. People go when it opens and stay all the way till it closes just to get all the shit done. Here comes J Sabs, and that's like the tickets are like $120 something a person.
Yep, and that's on the low side. So because we knew we were going to go back there, that's why we did that. We knew we were going back at the end of the week.
But still, you have to buy per day. You went to all the parks?
I did. I bought a 7-day, 5 or 6 day pass with the hopper.
Holy shit, you're doing better financially than I thought you were.
Can I borrow some money?
Yeah, I mean to talk to you about a loan, actually.
God, what else? I thought to be there on that day was very cool. It was. But man,
now, how many of the movies have you seen, Jason?
I've seen all of them.
Okay, good.
Actually, I prefer the ones that were made like in the 70s, but
oh yeah, very good. That's
the ones that were made like in the early 2000s. Oh, I hate
those are the prequels.
No, slow down, guys. Your hot takes are burning the audience here. Jesus.
Yeah, these are the typical feelings of every Star Wars fan is the originals are the best, then the prequels, and then the newer ones.
Yeah.
Sequels.
What else do you want to know? I mean,
Did you actually go into Anal Kingdom?
yeah, that was a great. I was like, we were
That was
leaving. I
perfect.
was like, you got to take my picture to the roomie, and he's like, where? I'm like, right here. Make sure my head is centered between these. And he's like, are you kidding me?
He's such a good sport.
Yeah, we did all the parks. I have to say, it was really a great time. It really was, and the kids, surprisingly, I don't know why, for the most part, they behaved, and they were true. They were troopers. They really were.
Now,
Even
are they big into? I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Are they big into Star Wars, or they don't care?
They don't really care, but I made them wear the outfits, so you bet your
There
ass
you
that
go.
they cared.
All right. They cared on May the 4th. Damn it.
Yeah, right.
What was the big hit with them?
So they like roller coasters. They do not
Wow.
prefer. They do not really like the kiddie show ride things.
Hmm.
They love. I think they would. Well, I know that their two favorite rides were Slinky Dog Dash and Big Thunder Mountain.
Well, Big Thunder Mountain's a serious coaster for a kid.
Yeah,
That's a big
Yeah.
coaster. Like I didn't think kids could get on that ride. You have to.
I forget. What are they? 6 and 5, 4,
5 and 4,
5 and 4.
almost 6.
That's pretty intense for the 4-year-old.
Oh, she don't give her. No, she don't care.
Wow.
Yep. So me though, I'm not a fan of big roller, and not that they were big roller coasters, but I mean, once I get all my pictures, there's some pretty funny ones of me on the roller coaster.
Why? You were like afraid?
Yeah, I don't like them.
Oh, Janine, come on. The roller coasters in Disney are nothing. They're more like nice little rides.
How about this? They aren't that bad, right? They're not like upside down, whatever. But the first day we went to Epcot, I chickened out, and I'm like, I'm not going to do Guardians because that's the new ride, right?
Mm-hmm.
Next time, I'm like, Janine, don't be a bitch. Fucking do it. So I did it. Okay. Did not feel great after I got off that ride.
That's the thing with these.
That's
with
the
roller
thing with
coasters.
me. So stupid me. I drank iced coffee and then I got on the ride. Not smart. And I did not eat enough.
Wait, with milk or cream?
No.
Oh.
It was just
Straight up.
yeah, but it was just not bad choice.
Mm.
So anyway, I get on the ride next to some guy I don't know, right? I apologized to him before I said, I apologize in advance for what I'm about to say on the ride, right? So he laughs at me. He's like, okay. The whole ride, right? Like I tend to close my eyes, even though like this is everyone's like, oh, this is one of the greatest rides. It's good, but it's not for me. And it made me too dizzy afterwards. I don't know if it was the heat plus the iced coffee. I felt very dizzy afterwards. So we get off the ride, he goes, so I don't think you like that one.
Did you puke?
No,
I didn't puke, but I was cursing because that's what I do.
All right, interesting. What was the best? I want to know two things. Did you have a good character experience? And
yes.
You did?
Yeah.
The kids freak out?
They were like, what? And Aurelia's like, oh, well, their wigs look like they're on right. Because we went to some show near here, and it was like a princess show. And at the end, I was like, oh, did you like it? She goes, yeah, but then wigs weren't on great. And I was like, what? This is what you noticed? So this time, it was good. It was good enough for her. But yeah, when they met, honestly, I'm going to share something personal. I cried when they met them.
Aww.
When they met
I know.
Who?
When they met them, I cried.
It was a moment.
Well,
met who?
Yeah.
When they met the princesses.
Oh, all the princesses. Okay.
And then like my daughter met Aladdin, the little one, and the face that she made in the picture. Did you see it?
No. See what picture? How would I see the
Yeah,
picture?
you don't put it.
I
we don't
put
know
it on
any pictures.
Instagram.
So I definitely didn't
The
see it.
face-
You know I don't follow you, right?
Yeah,
I
I know you
blocked you. Okay.
It's hysterical. But anyway, yeah, no, the character experiences were pretty good. I wasn't really gonna do them because I was like, I don't know if like they're really into it.
Why?
That much.
Because you're going to pay all that money to deny your children fun
Yeah,
and
right.
happiness?
So I was like, all right, well, their breakfast is they're pretty expensive. They are.
Yeah, they
So I was
are.
like, all right, we'll do it. And then we did 2 of them. I'm so glad what we did because they were like, they really loved it.
Which 2 did you do?
We ate at Cinderella's Royal Table,
The castle. That's
That
the
one,
big
yeah.
one. Yeah.
and then another one at the Grand Floridian, 1900 Park Fair. It's
Oh, that's people. I've been hearing good things about that. All right. What was the best meal you had while you were there as we get ready for blind top 5?
I have 2.
Shoot it.
Actually, I'm gonna do my top 3. I'm sorry, but in Epcot,
Love Epcot food.
the
It's the best one.
Italian place, believe it or not, the pizza.
You went to an Italian. You went to. There's all these countries. You go to an
You
Italian.
go to the fucking pizzeria. Like you don't get enough of that at home.
because my kids don't eat shit.
All
That's
right.
why. And I heard that their wood-fired pizza was really good. So I was like, oh, all right, whatever. Let me tell you, top 10 pizzas I ever had.
That's
I-
crazy talk. I don't know.
I'm not kidding. I was shocked. I
Was
was
this-
like, what? And I'm tough with pizza.
Was
I
this
am-
after you cried over the princesses? Were you already in an emotional kind
Yeah,
of a?
exactly. I was like, oh, this pizza's the best pizza I ever had in my life.
So what was the second one?
This place called Summer House in Disney Springs.
Okay.
And then it was another Italian place, but we didn't have pizza. I had like a shrimp dish that
All
was
right.
very good.
Now, I didn't mean to start this to pick a fight with you, but I specifically remember Cuddles asking me what the place in Disney Springs that we loved was. And
Yes.
I suggested that to you, and now you're here spitting in my face talking about this other place is better, and I didn't even hear you go there.
Because I
Because
really
they took your suggestion and said, "Screw that guy. He doesn't know what he's talking about."
I'll
Thank
tell
you,
you
Frank.
why. Because I was like, darn it, I really want to go to this place that you said you went to, and I'm like, okay. But also, this place is new, and they look like they have amazing drinks. So I chose this place this time. Next time, I'm going to the place you chose.
Next time, you believe this fucking bullshit line? I bet. Here's what I bet you would happen. The people that she went to the arcade with, right by my house, they probably told her about this other place, and that's
Vacation
why.
friends.
Yeah, fucking vacation friends, pieces of shit.
We didn't make any. Go ahead.
You didn't make a fucking friend in Disney
Bullshit.
World?
No, I didn't.
On the plane.
No,
All right.
because I had to sit next to my kids.
Wow.
Fortunately,
She did kind of befriend that one guy on the ride, though. That was a little much.
little.
You guys
much.
follow each other on Instagram now?
All right. Erin is here, which is perfect. Oh, now let me ask you this, J Sabs. Are you going on the swingers cruise that Frank and Erin are trying to get us all to go on?
I is not a swingers
already-
cruise.
Oh,
She
what?
already sent me the link, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't.
Come on.
All right. We're going on a cruise. It's not a swingers cruise. I sent you a link today about a cruise that's sailing because I thought it would be a funny story. It's about a literal they're not even trying to hide the fact that they're promoting it as a swingers cruise.
But Frank didn't know
different
that earlier today, Jay Sabs and I were talking on the phone, and I was like, oh, we just booked a cruise. So I was like, oh, damn it. Why did you send that?
Not that cruise. We didn't book the swingers cruise. We're not going
It's okay. I don't care.
Ugh.
I don't care either.
Whatever makes you happy. Although I will say, so I'm thinking about this and I go, no matter how blatant this is, I can guarantee you somebody's going to book this thing and go, what the fuck is going on? What did we, even if it's like a last minute deal or whatever it is, somebody's going to wind up on that boat not knowing it's a swingers cruise. Not at all.
That plus I feel like most of the people are going to get on there and it's not going to be what they expected. It's either going to be,
Right.
It's not.
it's not going to be,
It never is, man.
I can't imagine they walk on there and go, this was the best decision I ever made.
Yeah, it never is. It's never what you imagine it to be ever. anything is anything. Even ice cream is never. It's never as good as you think it's going to be.
Better. It's better.
I did, because I'm on Swinger Talk for some reason. I did see this one girl on
for some reason.
well, because of Frank. Now I know the reason. Because I saw this one girl, and she said it was like she was on a cruise, and she was like, "Oh, we're getting ready," and they were putting beds out, like where they usually like pull bingo numbers. You know, like in the little, not the huge theater, but there's always like a smaller clubby theater.
Yeah, there's a stage where like a live band performs, and
yeah, they were just putting beds, and I thought to myself, you know how when you buy a house, if somebody died, they have to disclose that to you. I feel like that should be the same thing with swinger cruises.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, like that. You don't know what was happening there. Who the hell knows what the matches? You can only imagine. But the fact that it is actually advertised, it's a swingers cruise. I wouldn't want to be the maintenance crew on that.
No,
cruise. You don't want to have to clean up on a swingers. Imagine you're the cleanup crew on a swingers cruise.
Not only do I not want to be on a swingers cruise, I don't want to be on the 17 consecutive cruises that follow it. I think at least 18 cleanings is where you need to be to comfortably walk in there and go, okay.
No, you got to be on the very first voyage. And anytime after that, it's never clean enough.
Just to book it. Just to book it. Congratulations to Bird for being a member for 26 months.
Holy crap.
That is amazing.
Wow. Thank you, Bird.
That's amazing. Thank you, Bird. Everybody join, become a member for some exclusive. Again, if you want, like, I think he's got a group discount rate on the Swinger Cruise. So if you want that, Frank will give it to everybody in the members area.
Put in the code Frankie. No, I don't. There's no code.
Listen to this from Garuda. I've been to Disney jail before for public intoxication.
Oh my God.
Do they have a jail there?
Oh, I'm sure they do. They have to have a place for to put. You know, I don't know if it's police, but it's the security. I'm sure.
I think it's Goofy with a police hat and a shield. I think that's what it is.
Police Goofy.
They lock you in the cell, then they give the keys to the dog right outside the cell, like in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
All right, those are all the jokes I have. Okay, all right, Aaron, we're ready for blind top 5.
Okay, so in honor of JSAB's vacation and our booking a cruise that is not the Swinger Cruise, this blind top 5 is called Game Show Vacation Win. So there's 10 spots. And this is the idea that you win a week of a paid vacation, and I'm going to give you places, and you decide in 10 where you understand.
All right, so game show what?
Vacation. So like when you win the vacation package on a game show, you know how it's all expenses paid.
Love it.
For a week. And most of these are broad, like countries, but I might throw in a city there. And since I don't want to hear that I was errand, I'm going to give you 3 hints. None of these are Italy, France, or England.
Wow.
Ooh, why are you being so nice all of a sudden?
Yeah, you could errand people. That's fine.
No. I'm not, because I know everyone's going to be like, I was waiting for, what was it? Epcot City Italian pizza. But you know what, J-Sabs, are you still here? She's gone?
Oh, yeah, I'm here.
Oh, no, I just want to let you know that I know how you feel about the best pizza being at Epcot, because the best cheeseburger I've ever had in my life, and I've had my share, was at a water park in Maine.
Oh, that's fucking random.
If you ever run into my sister, any of you, ask her. And it's this weird thing. Anyway, okay, so it's called Aquaboggan. So if you're ever in Maine, go to Aquaboggan. If you don't like water slides, that's not a problem. Go for the cheeseburgers.
Nice.
Anyway, so we get the idea of this one?
Yes.
I got it. How many are there? Is there 5 or are there more?
10.
10. Got it.
You gotta pay
Okay,
attention.
I'm with you.
Okay, the first one is 1 week, all expenses paid for Japan.
Ooh, Japan.
I bet you the sushi is amazing there.
I'm sure it's
Fresh as fuck.
10. I have no interest in going there. I know.
You don't like sushi?
It's okay. I like it, but I don't love it like other people do.
I love sushi, but I put Japan at 7 because it's one of those places I'm not like I don't know what I would go see there. You know, like what places or what what landmarks. I wouldn't know where to go. You know, I would be kind of lost. Like if I know Italy's not on the list, but if I went to Italy, I know a little bit more about it. I would know where to go.
No,
and
you
what
wouldn't.
to see.
You would be just as. What are you talking about?
No, I wouldn't know how to get there, but I'd be like, all right, the Colosseum, the Vatican, the Sistine Chapel. I know places to go. Japan, I would have no clue where to go.
You have no idea.
I don't really know much about the actual countries the country that I wouldn't know where to go.
I would agree with that. They have a horrible tourism bureau, I would say. Bad marketing. Yeah, bad marketing.
Oh, Beat My Drum says Japan is awesome. Been there twice, and the food is amazeballs. So she put it at 10 plus. But if you really, for people just
Should
playing,
be 1.
1 is what you'd want to go to the most.
Right.
10 is what you'd least want to go to.
Right. Exactly. All right. So
1 is your
Jay Sam's at 10, Frank at 7.
7.
Okay. I have it at 9, mostly because I just don't like Japanese people. And I feel like there's probably a lot there.
There's a little racism there. I got you.
Well, a little bit. Well,
You dick.
not according to my friend Kid Rock. I checked this with him. He said it's fine. Say it.
He approved that one. Okay.
Just texted him.
Jeez.
No, I would put it at 9 because outside of the food, to
Right.
Frank's point, I just don't know if I'm going to be wowed so much. And I also feel like if I'm going to the Asia area, China's really going to have my interest a bit more than Japan. Like, I feel like
I'm sure Japan is wonderful. I just don't know.
I would probably put it 5 out of the Asian places to visit. It would be last on that list. Because I would just like Hong Kong and China and what's the other one I'm thinking of? Anyway, there's a bunch more. Say Ireland.
Thailand.
Thailand. That's it. Thank you. Thailand. Like Thailand, I gotta go to. I always wanted to go in that place in Thailand that was in Street Fighter, where they had the last battle with the guy.
Oh,
place
sure.
was
Oh my
cool.
God, goodbye.
Yeah.
Your whole world and cultural knowledge is based on video games.
It's very limited. It's very limited.
It's a start.
We corrected Beat My Drums vote. All right, Erin, what do we got here? Number 2.
Okay, the next one, because it is a country and a continent, Australia.
Ooh.
We're going to be close to Oceania because then that's going to change my vote a little bit. Put it a
Yeah,
little
she's putting
higher.
us up for free, and we could stay there.
I'd say 4.
I did 4 as well.
Ooh.
Yeah, so far 4 and 7. Now, Australia seems like an awesome place. The only thing spiders and giant snakes and everything there seems venomous, and I don't know why, but they have the biggest, craziest insect, snake things that want to eat you population. I don't understand.
Yeah.
I feel like most of the deadliest animals, insect-wise and reptile-wise,
Are there.
I feel like are there.
I feel like,
Correct me if I'm wrong, please.
no, you're right. Australia, Africa, and then certain parts of the jungle down there in South America, you're most likely to get stung or eaten by something while just looking.
Hey, look at that.
Yeah, just looking at we're here to look
There's
at
a
the
lot of that
views.
here too. We've got that in America too. We've got alligators. Yeah, anywhere near a desert, there's rattlesnakes and
Not like that.
yeah, you're not. But I feel like Australia, you could be walking down the street and a fucking, I don't know, spider jump out of nowhere and grab you.
Yeah.
DJ Shenanigan, top 5 venomous snakes are there.
Yep.
All 5 of them.
All 5. But hey, kangaroos, love them.
Yeah. Here you go.
Koala
Oceania.
bears?
The beer and the beaches. That's it.
Hey, all right. Yeah, but then I hear beaches, and all I know about the beaches in Australia are there's like great white shark territory. Every time I see it's Shark Week, most of the time it's like we're going to Australia to check out the great white sharks. Like,
I feel like
shit.
that's the Caribbean Tourism Bureau, though, just putting out false shit. Like, don't go over there.
There's all sharks and snakes and shit.
Right here. Yeah, I'm going to put it at 5 because I don't think I would go to Australia unless I was given a free trip. So I feel like that kind of knocks itself out. It's just too long of a flight.
it's a long flight. But I would go to Australia. I'd visit Australia. But yeah, you're right. It's like a 20-something hour flight, and it's a long time to be sitting on a plane.
All right, Aaron, number 3.
All right. Speaking of that corrupt Caribbean tourism, Bermuda.
7.
Bermuda. 7.
Yeah.
It's crazy high.
Crazy high.
And I love beaches. You know how I love my beaches.
Yeah, so why did you put Bermuda so low? Sorry, you're right.
It's not as undeveloped as I like. How about that? I feel like it's very Americanized there.
Too touristy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
It's not as secluded. And I got you. I got Bermuda at 2. I put Bermuda pretty high.
That's very high.
Yeah. Love me some Bermuda.
Nobody's afraid of the triangle at all?
That too. Yeah, that too.
Well, you're not in the triangle. You're on the tip of the triangle. It's just the tip. You're not in the triangle.
I'm going to put it at number 6 because of the triangle. I feel like there's nicer beachy locations than Bermuda.
Yeah, you're nuts. But we don't know what's coming out on this list. The next thing could be Antarctica. You don't know.
I know. Fucking Aaron. All right, go ahead, Aaron.
Fucking Aaron. All right. Next up is Canada.
Oh God.
Canada.
I wish I could change my answer now.
That's big.
Have absolutely no desire to go there. Sorry, guys.
What?
Number 9.
Canada's great.
Number 9.
Oh, you're crazy.
I put Canada at 5 because we've been to Canada a couple times already. But I would love to. I'd go back in a heartbeat. Canada's great. People are friendly. It's always cold, but that's whatever. It's to be expected. But Hockey Hall of Fame, culture, food, it's all good.
Poutine, come on.
Well, poutine action.
Where'd you go? 5? I got it at 4.
Yeah.
What did J-Sab say?
9. Oh.
Wow. Hurtful.
Okay.
All right, Aaron.
Okay, the next one is the subcontinent of India.
India.
Okay. Glad I kept 10 open.
Yeah, number 8.
0 desire to go to India.
0.
Yeah, I put it at 9. I didn't put it at 10 because it's a huge, pretty significant place. I don't know. I don't want to put it all the way at the bottom, but again, India is another place that I don't know a lot about culturally and the landscape. I don't know where I'm going in India.
Lots of 10s and 8s for India. Yeah, lots of 10s. So the only thing, my cousin, who I love more than anything, she went and she said it was like this magical experience. And that was the only time where I thought, oh, that's interesting. But there were like cows on the beach and stuff. Like there's all like she took pictures of cows just grazing on the beach. I'm like, this is this feels like a dream, like a fever dream. You know what I mean?
Like Vacation Mad Libs.
Yeah.
I was at the beach with a cow and a soccer ball and
yeah, which is a little crazy. I also think about the episode of Seinfeld where they go to India.
Yeah.
And Pinter's parents are like, don't go to India. We left India.
They have the plague. I mean, who has the plague, really?
All right. So India universally hated. Okay, Aaron, next.
Not hated, but vacation-wise, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, next up is Scotland.
Ooh, the Pete.
Number 6. I also don't have any desire to go here either. I know.
I hate to say it. I'm going to put it at number 8 because it's the lowest I can put it. I have, again, I'm sure there's wonderful people.
Oh, it's fun there. Nice.
I'm sure they, what'd you say?
I just liked it when I went.
I would name a Scottish food item, name a Scottish location. I mean, outside of cracking William Wallace jokes, I have nothing.
Scrooge McDuck?
Yeah, nothing. Yeah, I wouldn't even go that far.
I got it at 6. It's because I have 1, 3, and 6 open. I didn't want to put it too high because I feel like I'm going to get errand. So I got it right in the middle-ish area, 6.
Yeah, you can't put stuff on there.
Oh God.
You okay?
No, not really. I'm slowly dying, but that's okay.
That's good.
All right.
Okay, so this one, it might be considered the errand. I don't know. This is any city in the USA. So they would fly you to any city in the USA. You could spend a week, but you can only stay in that city. Can't be like, jump. It's not a state where you can jump around. It's a city.
I think I found a loophole. Hawaii, baby. Going to Honolulu.
Oh, good call.
Does that count, or is it just the continent?
No, it's a city.
No, it's totally fine.
Okay.
That's true. You didn't say continental U.S.
No, I didn't.
If we're going by Frank's thinking, I'm gonna go number 3 for that.
Look at Frank changing a lot of the.
I didn't change any. That's a part of the rules.
No, you immediately. We were all thinking like.
We were all going. Who wants to go to the middle of nowhere? Nevada. No, you could. There's some cool cities to visit. I mean, it depends on where you are. Like if you're in LA and you want to visit New York, hey, there's all kinds of New Orleans. Yeah,
New Orleans is a great one. But here, let me ask you this question, and this is part of the blind top 5. It is a week. Am I correct, Aaron?
It is a week.
Oh, excuse me.
I feel like a week is too long to spend in any American city.
I don't think that's true. I could settle down for a little bit and go to different restaurants, and if there's beaches or just shit to do.
You think so?
Well, I just spent a week in Disney, so.
Okay. I mean, listen.
There you go. There you go.
There's stuff to do in every city. You could find
outside of Disney World. I don't know if you can.
Well, if you go to L.A., Hollywood, the whole thing, you could do that. There's a lot of tours and celebrity stuff you could do, and take a tour of like the lots, the movie stuff. This shit you could fill your time with.
All right, but even there,
we spent a week on a North Carolina beach.
Yeah, and it was horrible.
Vegas, you could spend a week in Vegas.
You look like you wanted to, hang yourself in the garage, but yeah.
No, listen, you can do it. Like you're all making great points. North Carolina on the beach, but she also did say city. Let's be fair.
Vegas.
We're bending the rules with these beach areas.
Yeah,
I could even
make
an argument.
It doesn't have to be a major city.
Yeah, but I could even make the argument that if you go to Honolulu, I mean, are the beaches in Honolulu, or is it like the city?
I'm sure there's a beach in Honolulu. I can't imagine a city in Hawaii without access to the shore.
Right, but are you talking like Los Angeles? Like, are you talking about like downtown Los Angeles, or are we talking about the?
It's just more the idea that you can't do like if you can't do like Sacramento and then San Francisco. Like you can't.
You got to stick to one city. If you're going to go to like a different town to see the beach where your house is, I'm not going to be that crazy. It's just more the idea that it's not a state; it's a city.
Yeah.
Right. You can't go. You can't do a whole big run of the whole state. You got to stick pretty local.
Cool.
That's what. But that's the point I'm making. The point I'm making is you can't really do a city.
If you got your own choice to pick, I mean, you look at a map and you go, all right, Hawaii, give me a city that's got all the stuff in it, and you go there and you're fine. You don't have to do the whole state.
And I'm not going to lie to you, I could probably do a week in Vegas, but that's a relax. Like I just feel like a week is hard in one city. I feel like
we did that. We did a week in Vegas.
Yeah, it's true. I think it was longer than a week. I think it was 8 years of my life. But I think we travel. I don't think we stay in the city for a week. I think it's a long time. I think we always go.
Where are you putting it on the list? Is our question.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
Do I have to name the city?
No.
No.
I'm going to put it at 3.
All that to put it exactly where me and Janine put it.
Oh my God!
Anthony.
Right.
We just got Anthony.
Yeah, we went through this whole rigmarole with this explanation and went nowhere. Oh, I'm just going to agree with everybody else.
All right. Well, I have 7.
God, Anthony.
I have 1, 2, and 7. I didn't want to put it at 7. I feel like, All right, Aaron, we're ready for the next one.
I have 1, 8, and 9 now. Janine?
Okay, then.
1, 2, 5. Go ahead.
1, 2, 5. Okay.
Ooh, Janine, boy. After this, I want to find out where you would want to go because I really kind of did a whole all around. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And
I know.
do you want to go to Doctor Land?
You're right. I got cough land.
All
Wherever
right,
that Ricola guy is.
It's Swiss Alps, but go ahead.
Swiss Alps. Okay.
okay, it's Egypt.
Egypt.
Oh, fuck.
Egypt's. See, now Egypt is what? What's wrong? Egypt is kind of
2.
cool.
Number 2.
You don't like? You're not a fan?
Oh, I'm a fan.
I would love to
Number
see the
2.
pyramids.
Sphinx.
After
Oh, yeah.
that, I gotta get the fuck out. I gotta get the fuck out. I can't be a part of any of it.
You're gonna
Part of
laugh.
what?
The heat, the
There's
sand
heat
everywhere.
everywhere. You're going to Hawaii. You're going to Australia. You're gonna get heat in a lot of these places.
The Mummy is one of my favorite movies ever. Go ahead. Next, Aaron.
The Brendan Fraser mummy.
Yes.
I got Egypt at 7. Where'd you put it, J Sams?
2.
You're crazy.
I didn't want to give it to number 1, and the only next one I had was 8, so I put it at 8. But I would put Egypt, if I could, I'd put it a little higher because I think that's awesome. The pyramids, all these cities.
you guys-
What?
And I can't believe you didn't put it any closer to 1.
I only have 1 available, and then the next one down is 8. I don't have anything in between.
Well, you should have 2 left.
Yeah.
Well, and then 10 is open. I couldn't put it any higher.
yeah.
Always,
1 and 10 now. I have 1 and 10.
doesn't matter
open.
the game. Yeah, it doesn't matter the topic. You're always 1 and 10.
I like to play it. I balance. That's my Libra. I balance everything.
All right, I got 1 and 2. J Sabs, what do you have?
1 and 5.
Okay, Robin has 2 and 8. Go ahead, Aaron.
Brazil. To
Brazil.
quote, Street Fighter that you love so much. Was it Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat? You said before.
That is Street Fighter. That is
Yeah.
Blanca's home city.
Bravo.
Country.
Hot as shit. Oh, wait, no, is that the green thing?
That's the green guy. Yeah.
I mean, I would still fuck that with enough drinks, but I prefer the girl. She was hotter. Point is this. I don't know if I'm putting this at 1 or 2 because I don't know. This is the toughest part of everything.
I got 1 and
number
10
5.
open. You got it at 5. I got 1 and 10 open. I don't think I could put Brazil at 1. I got to put it at 10.
That's brutal. Brazil is.
I would put Brazil higher if I could,
Yeah.
but I have to put it at 10 because I don't think I would put it at 1. I'm gonna get Aaron here. I don't know what the next one is,
I know.
but I have to put it at 1, whatever it is.
Me too. I put Brazil at number 2. We're gonna get hit so fucking hard.
Yeah, we got 9 DJ Shenanigans. Bird at 4, Christine 6, Justice 2, Beat My Drum 4, Robin 8, Mercury 5.
It's gonna be Antarctica. You're right.
It's gonna be Antarctica. It's gonna be Antarctica. It's gonna be Siberia. It's gonna be somewhere crazy, cold and brutal.
Let's see.
You guys are going to Finland.
Finland.
Oh, you know what? After what's his name? I'm gonna put that at number 1, and I'm okay with my decision. After Conan O'Brien visited this place, I want to go there.
Finland.
That's another place. Finland.
Yeah.
That's another place I know nothing about, so I wouldn't put it at
go
number 1.
Go watch the new show with Conan, the travel show, and then you'll be like, you'll gain so much knowledge about Finland.
All right. See, I put that on the same level as like Japan and places I really don't know too much about. That, if I went, I probably wouldn't be disappointed, but I don't know anything about it. I wouldn't know where to go. I wouldn't know what to do there in Finland
But I think
or in
that's kind of-
Japan.
I think that's
Yeah.
kind of a good part of winning when they're paying for everything because it's like
That's
there's
true.
no way I'm spending. No offense to the Finnish, but I would never be like, "Honey, we have some money. Say let's go to Finland." But it's like, oh, if Pat Sajak says I'm going to Finland, why not?
Yeah, all expenses paid. What the hell?
That's a good
You know,
point.
Yeah, Aaron and I went to Portugal, and I didn't know anything about Portugal. I didn't ever really think about, maybe we should go to Portugal one day. But we went. It was part of a trip package, and we loved it. Spain too. I was like, all right, I don't know much about the country and where to go. A few places maybe, but we went and we loved it too. And it was like, oh, you go to places that you don't know about and you learn about it, and it surprises you. So there is something to be said about going to a place you know nothing about and getting surprised with that, with how cool it is. So
Be honest though, could you pick Finland out on a map right now? Because I couldn't.
it's up there north of
Finland, Norway,
Northern Europe.
There's a couple
Sweden,
of them.
Switzerland, they're all tucked away up there.
Couldn't do it. They're all they're
I'd get close. I'd probably get a border country, but I don't know if I'd get it exact.
right.
I'd get pretty close though.
It's not near Switzerland.
It's
I mean,
It feels like it is though, doesn't it?
but the three you're thinking of are Sweden, Finland, and Denmark. Those are the three hangy things.
the ones that look like this that hang down.
Okay, careful. That's a gang sign. We don't want to get into it.
Is that gang sign? Oh, sorry. Don't flash some gang signals. All right. All right. Well, here's my list.
Flash it up there. Do you agree with this list?
I would change some of it.
Me too. I would change my list. My list is not great.
Yeah, I this is one of those. That's the point of the blind top 5. You don't end up exactly where you want because
Sometimes
you don't know what's
do.
coming next. Sometimes you do. It takes you by surprise because you don't know what's coming out next.
When you
Right.
like, oh, I got it. And then
I made the perfect list.
right.
This is not the perfect list for me. I don't think. I've only done that a couple of times during the top 5.
All right, here's the last twist for this.
Oh, there's a twist.
Your first country that you have, do you go or do you take the cash equivalent of the prize?
For Finland, I'm taking the cash equivalent. Sorry.
I'd go to Finland. I'd check out Finland.
Fuck that.
No? All right, cash prize.
I don't even know how much.
convinced me.
What would you think a Finland trip would be? $8,000?
For 2, all expenses paid for a week?
Probably more than
Probably
that.
like 10 grand.
Yeah.
The flights and this hotel and for 5 days. I feel like that'd be pricey.
I would take.
What when they say all expenses paid, is like meals and transportation and everything, right?
Yeah, is that right? They throw meals in too?
I've never won anything. I think that they include the stay and the flights and like a couple of tours, like a couple of things to do, like tickets to
Right.
things. But I don't
Right.
think meals. I think that you have to buy your food. What do I know?
Okay. For 2 people, I could see that being, you're right, about 8 to 10 grand.
8 to 10 grand. All right, I'm
I
taking
would
the
guess.
I'm taking the cash value and I'm going right to the chicken ranch for that mom and daughter couple.
Fuck
I'm
that.
walking in there. Pat Sajak got me here. Where's mom at?
I got 8 grand to spend. What are we doing, folks? Give me that mom-daughter combo. Then you're heading out to a Kid Rock concert and you got your night set.
All right, thanks for letting me play.
Thank you,
Feel
Aaron.
Great job, hon.
better. Bye, everybody.
I think she jumped ship, J-Sabs.
J Sabs was gone an hour ago.
Okay.
That was AI J Sabs filling in the rest of the blind top 5.
Thanks for playing, everybody. Really appreciate when you guys jump in and play. It's a lot of fun. Blind Top 5. If you love Aaron's work, Aaron's writing, Aaron's sense of humor and everything, pick up Oval. She wrote it. It's a novel. It's available on Amazon. Link in the description below. You could download a copy, a digital copy, or buy a hard copy. Oval, written by Aaron.
Although I did see a photo of Dexter near Oval, so I did think maybe he wrote part of it. But let's stick with Aaron. Let's stick with she.
He's a contributor.
He wrote the forward.
He wrote the forward.
All right, everybody. Appreciate you guys. And that's it. As Frankie said, get that Oval, and we'll catch you all on the next episode.
Show me potato salad.
Maybe we should go now.
Go ahead.